Hi everybody, 13th of November, another day in my daily diaries of how I'm now coping with the loss of my wife due to Parkinson's. Today's not been quite as bad as yesterday, but I've still got this cloud over me, this dark cloud. I got up this morning, made a real good effort and got up nice and early. I was actually in the gym for 10 o'clock, 10 to 10, got in the gym. It was good. I enjoyed it, to be honest. I didn't get the dark cloud coming over me because I took it in with me. Not quite as dark as yesterday, but it was, I don't know, it's just been strange again. It's just a strange one. I don't know how to explain it properly. I think a lot of you know because you keep giving me messages and support. So you know what I'm saying. That's the best way I can describe it. It's like a dark cloud over me. That's all. When I was coming out of the gym though, I sat and had a coffee in the cafe in there, just run by a couple, not to do with the actual health centre or the doctors. And there's an automatic door in and out of the building. Well, there's two. There's one and then like a bit of a foyer thing. And I've seen this woman in a wheelchair trying to get through the main one because the door was stuck halfway, and she couldn't get a wheelchair through properly. So I was up off my chair, through, and pushed the door open. It's supposed to be an automatic door. I said, "Let me get that for you." She said, "I'm sick of this." She said, "I'm always telling them about it. It's always breaking down. And it's been like this now for a couple of weeks." All right, okay. Where are you going? Yeah, I'm going in to see one of the doctors because it's an health centre as well. All right, okay. So that was me then, around to reception. So I haven't got you here, I said, but I need to report this door. Oh, she said, "Yeah, we know about that." Oh, I said, "Right, so you've known about it for a couple of weeks. It's not been working." Yeah, I think so. I said, "Well, you need to get it sorted." I said, "Oh, I'll be speaking to somebody else because I've just had to help that old lady, that lady in a wheelchair." I said, "This is an health centre. The people are coming here, they're ill, and they're in wheelchairs or on sticks or on walking frames. And you've got an automatic door there that doesn't open. It's stuck halfway shut and halfway open. They can't push it open themselves." I know, she said, "It's not my," I said, "I know it's not your fault." Anyway, so I went on. I said, I'll be back in gym tomorrow." I said, "So if it's not done tomorrow, I'll come and see you and I'll get the name of who I need to speak to." She said, "Yeah, but it's the maintenance." I said, "I presume it's the maintenance. It's not going to be one of the doctors that comes out and does it." I said, "Presume it's the maintenance staff, so it should be a priority. Should be a priority, and it should." So I think she I wasn't nasty with her, but I think that was just me venting and trying to, because I had this dark cloud over me. Somebody was copying for it. But it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It shouldn't be like that. The day it sticks, it should be fixed that same day. Or fixed open and leave the thing wide open so people can get through. It's not rocket science, is it? Anyway, so then I came home. I was on for about 12:30ish, something like that, 1:45. Made myself quite a bite to eat and then did some emails, sent another one to solicitors again. They said, yeah, they've replied, to the solicitors for the people who are selling the one we're buying. So on and so on, and we're waiting for a reply back from the solicitors of the people who are buying ours. And I just, at the end of the email, she replied. I said, "Oh, thanks for replying." I said, I'll be back in touch tomorrow. Hopefully you'll have some sort of an idea when I'm going to get a moving date, because it needs to be pushed now. This is getting a bit ridiculous. I just put that at the bottom of my email. So I will. I'll chase it tomorrow. Surprising what a dark cloud over your head can do, innit? Sometimes. It really is. So then I went in the shed, got my boxes out and started boxing stuff up in the shed. So I've done quite a bit in there actually, but then I thought what I'm going to do, I'm going to hire a storage unit and I'm going to get all my shed stuff and put in that. It'll not be that much. It'll save me boxing everything because I'm also all in little trays and containers. So I could just leave them all in that and dismantle all the shelves and take it all. Then I can leave it in the in the storage unit for when we moved, you know, and it doesn't have to be done on the day. Then I can do it, you know, over the next week or so. So I thought that was a pretty good idea, you know. And then when I came in, I made a brew. I need to start going through Angie's phone because it goes off the 21st of this month. I've cancelled it now, so when it goes off on the 21st of this month. So I had to go through all the photographs and stuff. A lot of them were doubles and sort of a lot of them were nonsense, but most of them obviously I've seen. You know, there's one or two that I hadn't seen. So anything that was any importance, I've been forwarding them over to mine. So of course there was a few that brought that dark cloud down a bit lower. And there was 3 recordings where a voice, you could hear a voice. And one of them was, she was talking to her sister Marilyn, saying, she was mumbling at first. And you heard Marilyn say, Angie, you need to speak up a bit. And then Angie was saying, I need to speak louder, Marilyn. I do. I know I do. I need to speak louder, Marilyn. You know, so I forwarded that over to myself. That wasn't... that didn't do me dark cloud any good. And there were three recordings, excuse me, with a voice on it. I know, so anyway, so I'm gonna chill now. I've had my tea. I'm gonna get my shower and chill. I only had a short chat with Mr. Daniels last night, so I think that's what I'm gonna do tonight. I'll not have a deep conversation with him tonight, just a short one. Get in bed early-ish again. Catch up, and then I want to get off and be at the gym again early. In the morning before 10 o'clock. Get back and send me emails to solicitors again and answer any emails that I might have. And then Friday afternoon, I've not heard any difference, so probably be meeting Angie's sister and her fella tomorrow afternoon. Not seen him for a couple of weeks. I was ill last Friday, if you remember. Yeah, so yeah. But it is what it is. It is what it is, and I always keep saying, there's nothing I can do. I've got to just keep pushing forward. I can't go back as much as I'd like to. I can't go back, and there's no point in just getting stuck in this under this dark cloud. Just got to keep dragging, you know, pushing on and dragging myself through it and past it. And it'll go. I know it will. And then hopefully I can get a good few days again, like I've had over the last week or so. You know, so I tried to have a think today about another story, and there was one that sprung to mind, because I had a bit of a meltdown again when I was going through art photos, as you can imagine. And a bit of shouting and bawling. Good job the old lady lives next door. She's as deaf as a doorpost. But I was thinking back when we must have all been, I don't know, our 20s, maybe 30s. Certainly no older than mid-30s. And Angie phoned me up one day. She said, I'm with my mum. I'm out with my mum in the local village where she lived. And there's an advert in the post office window. A caravan for rent in Wales. Shall I book it? Right, okay, yeah. When was it for? Well, I'll phone up now, I'll let you know. Anyway, she come home. She said, I've booked that caravan. It's just outside of Rhyl. Now, back in the day, Rhyl was all right. It was a nice, like Blackpool. It was okay to go to. Right, okay. So she'd booked it from me and Angie, and her mum and dad, and our youngest lad when he was only I don't know how old would he be, sort of 8ish, something like 8 and 9-year-old, something like that. It's only a 4-berth caravan, but you know, it's like 4 adults and a child. Yeah. I said, yeah, it was cheap, and it was really cheap. I can't remember the exact price, but it was different back in the then days anyway. But I said, that's cheap, Angie. That. I said, have you spoken to them properly? He said, oh, yeah, it's all right, yeah. We got the address. Anyway, so it was only for a couple of weeks away. Anyway, so when we trundles off up there, gets the address, that's, you know, we're looking for an A to Z. Pulls up outside this house, this is the address. This can't be it. You go knock on door. Oh yeah, this is it. It was actually, the building was a home for unmarried mothers, and the caravan was round the back in the back garden. That's why it was so cheap, and they used to rent it out to try and get a bit of extra money for the running costs of this home for unmarried mothers. It was only a 5-minute drive into Rhyl, so we did actually only use it as a base, and then got back and had, you know, have our tea and then get back and just chill for the evening and play cards or whatever, and you know, and it was but you'd hear all the unmarried mothers sneaking out to you in the night. And fellas' voices banging up windows and stuff. But even though it was where it was one of the best holidays we ever had. We had a right laugh. We had a right laugh over it. But again, Angie's finding a bargain. I think she's got a bargain somewhere. Didn't think of asking anything like that about what site is it on, anything. No, just get the address. A 4-bed caravan in the massive big back garden of a home for unmarried mothers in Rhyl. Bloody hell, woman. So we've mentioned that quite a few times over the years. We've had a good laugh over that, and all 4 of us, 4 adults. Right, so on that cheerful note, I'll get gone. So again, thanks for your comments and thanks for your support. Press your like buttons for me, please, and follow me and forward these videos on. So as per usual, you take care now. Bye.